Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome on into your general monthly reading for the month of August. So we're beginning your monthly reading with a pre-pulled nature oracle, and you got the stars card talking all about navigation. And so this is a month throughout August where you're seeing evidence more than ever that the stars are aligning for you. And you're feeling more in control. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that control might be different than what you're used to, where maybe, for example, you were more hands-on and that created a sense of control for you potentially on different levels. But now it's about stepping back and feeling a sense of control for a lot of you while trusting in this and that more than ever, and choosing to trust yourself in your path and allowing for things to proceed, fall into place, and connect for you very easily. For I want to say, to be completely honest, don't, hate the messenger. But in the past, if you are to think back selectively, you overcomplicated things by trying to be too hands-on or trying to be too in control. Let's just put it that way. And so now it's a time to adjust this and that being part of which. And you're going to feel as if things are just coming to be quite easily. I even feel this proud nature about you, this energy where you've been through a lot. Maybe more than meets the eye, more than people even begin to realize. But there's also a feeling of you being quite sensitive to energy at this time. You'll notice this when your voice shakes a bit. This could even be a spiritual entity that's affecting your energy in that moment. But things like you expressing yourself with a mannerism, and then you find a little bit of shakiness comes to be, or maybe even in a moment where you're starting to second guess yourself, because I don't feel like you do that quite often. But also Spirit saying there's something within you that needs to heal. For somebody, I'm getting specifically the way you view yourself in the mirror. Maybe it's about how you speak to yourself. It could be more in regards to how you view the future. But there's something about you needing to heal an inner way of being somehow. Anyways. But moving on, we have the Strength card. There's something about another fire sign within your life, potentially you thinking about a Leo. But I do feel the Ten of Pentacles should be in the upright. And so it's going to be a month where you're coming across very strong, very stern at certain points. It's this, I'm not messing around kind of an energy about you throughout August, but it's just this feeling of you needing to, and I get it, lighten up a bit, loosen up, kind of get a bit of a release. When you find yourself doing something too seriously, or you're taking this and that at hand, or that you're focusing upon otherwise too seriously, take a step back. Again, I feel that's going to benefit you greatly throughout the month. But there's just a sense of you needing to maybe redevelop what you feel or have learned strength is. Okay, it's not about always being ultra strong in a traditional sense, to the point of you never healing and even creating more that needs to be healed moving forward, but about being this peaceful strength that you deserve, to embody that and allow for maybe even other souls from the spiritual realm and your physical reality to assist you more. Maybe it's about leaning on those within your life at this point more than ever, so you can feel stronger in a different sense, right? I don't know why, I just kind of got a little bit emotional. I feel like you haven't sorted through certain emotions that are going to need to be sorted through at this time. Sorry to say, but it's going to have to happen eventually. But I'm hearing avoidance is no longer. The Ten of Pentacles on the right is saying that you are on your way towards more. Some of you, there's going to be a moment or two where you look around and you ask yourself, is this it? And Spirit's asking you very clearly, quite quickly after the fact, is this all you want? Is this all that you wanted? It could have changed over time, right? But there's a sense of you thinking, what else could I achieve moving forward, that I haven't tried to, or thought of. There's a sense of you needing to more than ever feel like there's more ahead, right? And some important questions in regards to that will come through, and I'm hearing come out of your system. But I also feel like there's different levels, looking at all these sunflowers, there's different levels of growth taking place, and yeah, it's having a positive effect in regards to the stars aligning for you. But I also want to say that you're at times being viewed as a gentle lion. And I know you're a Sag and not a Leo, but it's just this energy and presence about you, even when it comes to how you communicate, in this very caring way where you maybe have a bit of a bark at times, or a bit of a roar, you know, say we're talking about a lion once again, but you're just this gentle energy, you're this gentle presence who just gives a damn, you know, and you're just maybe accustomed to vocalizing things in a specific way, or just being this, again, ultra strong kind of an energy. And so they're saying, let's just lighten things up a bit, okay? Open up to some compassion. I don't know why I'm getting that. For I feel you're typically the one to be aiming that compassion, that heartwarming energy to other people. Even you're typically the one to be the strength for others. Maybe it's about your family, about your home situation, your friends. Work could play into this. You don't always have to be the strong one, but you do need to heal. You do need to trust more. And I feel, yeah, an adjustment in your energy is what's being called for at certain points. 640 is a good number for you. Look up the angel number meeting, 640. I feel like you're thinking about how things could be a hell of a lot easier for some of you, but then with the background noise, including the birds, you're just feeling like things could be a lot quieter. You know, at times, I'm going to be real with you, you're thinking about certain people at work or otherwise and wanting them to shut the F up, okay? It just feels like there's certain factors, including noise factors throughout August, that are out of your Sagittarius control, and that may not feel super great to you, you know? And so this is one of those moments where Spirit's saying you're needing to adjust your perspective, but just remember where your control does lie in those moments or soon after the fact, and that'll help you greatly. But look at this. The Ten of Wands coming out because I feel like a lot of you have a good amount going on, a lot on your plate, but then they're saying when you're feeling heavy in energy, just adjust. Remember what works best for you. But I just feel like at times the energy outside of you, the noise factors, again, maybe expectations playing into it, just creating this heaviness that is just so unnecessary. But we're remembering, I feel each of you are remembering throughout August that you have more control in regards to the energy than you remember. For you choosing to proceed forward in a light manner, to only add this lightness, this easy energy into everything that you're applying yourself towards or connecting to, you start to change the energy or even maintain a healthier energy in that moment, okay? So yeah, I just feel like Spirit's saying you set the tone, you create and shift the energy, you hold that much power. I want to say as well, someone in your life, if not a couple different people, are very chatty throughout August. I'm getting from the birds. It's like it might be that person where you want them to be quiet, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone else or a couple different other people where they're just feeling like a storyteller. Your energy is creating this comfort for them to be quite vocal. Okay. But the Hanged Man over here, because I feel like the month gives you prime opportunity left and right to do things differently, to adjust your perspective, to feel and experience differently. For, let's be real, Sag, everything you've been doing, some of which on repeat, kind of cycle like, hasn't been working for you. Even if you think at times or in general it has been working for you, an adjustment in certain ways is required, period. And I'm hearing you'll thank yourself in the end. But the Wheel of Fortune over here, because again, it is a month for you where the stars are aligning, but now they're saying all the meanwhile, the wheel is turning in your Sagittarius favor. and you're feeling as if things are not going to stop and halt like I feel they have done before. You know, maybe it was one significant point rewinding back, but for some it was time and time again. Now the wheel's churning and you can feel at ease, encouraged, but at peace with the way things are shifting on forward. Okay, you can feel the sense of strength in your spiritual support at this time, and they're wanting you to remember that you will never be without. Okay, you'll never be without. There's something so important when it comes to that statement being fully digested by you. Do you hear the quiet? There's something about when things go quiet, when things stop moving, including you, you're going to, maybe even your spirituality feels more still, at ease. You can then collect your thoughts. You can then maybe take a deep breath and heal a bit or initiate that process. There's a feeling of you needing to, ease your voice when getting it across at certain points, because I feel being a fire sign, your voice comes through very strong, and bold. And so kind of maybe take on a bit of a whisper at certain points, or just this gentle approach when speaking to people, even yourself. But the Eight of Swords, it feels like you're going to need to notice where you're feeling a sense of freedom and a lack of restriction, and where do you still feel locked down or restricted again, tied up in some way, shape, or form. There needs to be a realization of importance in regards to this. But pulling for the top is the Ace of Wands. We need you to understand that this is a new beginning, okay? This is a fresh start in a sense, where as things are being adjusted and pointed out to you in so many important ways, you're going to feel a new sense of a new type of control coming into play, a new sense of empowerment taking over. And now you can feel new levels of growth and other, forms of prosperity coming to be for you. I see something significant as well when it comes to, dragonflies, but hummingbirds is what I'm getting. Now, I feel you stepping out of, past the month of August, feeling more gentle, more angelic, a lot more lifelike as well. There's a prioritizing, especially in the last week or so of the month, when it comes to your inner peace. And that I don't feel will be shifting lower on that priority list moving forward. As they're saying, the top 5, top 10 items or aspects of your priority list don't have to be compromised just because your inner peace is way up there on the list. I'm hearing number 1. And so, Sag, I want you to, again, remember that your path is proceeding and will proceed moving forward exactly as it's meant to. The stars will now more than ever be aligning for you, or connecting rather, and it just feels like things are meant to be more smooth for you, okay? Reformed is the wording I'm getting. Things are about to be a lot better for you, Sag, all right? So that is your August read. I hope it was truly helpful. Love and light, my friends.